All right, good morning, everyone. It is just after 8 a.m. on Friday, April 29th, 2022. This is a special meeting of the school board of the West Bend School District. More than 24 hours prior to the meeting, notice of the time, place, date, and subject matter of this meeting was posted at the entrance doors of the Education Service Center and at the West Bend Community Memorial Library. A copy was also sent to the Daily News, WBSD, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, and other media sources that have requested notice of our meetings. And I'll ask our superintendent to confirm that the meeting was properly posted.
Yes, it was.
Fantastic. I invite you to join me as rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. We recognize a quorum of our board with all members present. We have Tanya Schmidt and Melanie Ergott joining us by phone, and the rest of our members are here, present and accounted for. Next, we'll approve our agenda. We have a brief agenda today to discuss retirements as part of the consent agenda. I would move to approve the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Joel. Motion and second to approve the agenda. Any final discussion? Since we have some members joining us by phone, I'll take this vote by roll. I'll now call the roll. Mr. Swiger votes yes. Ms. Justman?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
We'll turn this on just to be sure. All right. Can you say that again, Tommy?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Ungert?
Yes.
Mr. Repholz?
Yes.
Ms. Ergott?
Yeah.
And Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. We have an agenda. And so normally we consider retirements as part of the consent agenda. That's how it's listed today, but Mr. Willie Hansen is here to walk us through that topic briefly.
Yes, we don't often have special meetings, so there was additional information put in the public section on our board docs so that people would understand why we're having a special meeting. So I'm just going to recap what's there for in board docs for anybody watching to understand why. So as we've talked about throughout this year, the district's anticipating a reduction in staff at certain positions next year due to declining enrollment. To reduce the chance of layoffs, the district extended its normal deadline for staff to retire this year, allowing attrition to address more of those reductions if possible. State statute requires that decisions regarding renewal or non-renewal of teacher contracts be made by April 30th of every year. Therefore, the district set April 29th as the extended deadline for those retirements to be accepted by the board. Today is April 29th. The retirement we're considering today was actually just received in the past week, so a special board meeting was needed in order to accept the retirement by that statutorily driven April 30th deadline, since the next regularly scheduled board meeting isn't until May 9th. So we'll just we'll recommend an acceptance of that retirement, and that does allow us to avoid a layoff. So we're happy to be able to send a great employee off onto the next chapter of their career, and also be able to retain our other staff who have many years of service to give our system still.
Great. Thank you for the explanation. Any questions for Mr. Hansen?
Motion to approve consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any final discussion? Hearing none, I will call the roll. Ms. Ergott? Oh, sorry. All right, there we go. Ms. Ergott?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Swiger votes yes. Mr. Ungert?
Yes.
Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Mr. Repholz?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
And Ms. Justman?
Yes.
Thank you. That motion carries. The consent agenda is approved. Since we've reached the end of our planned agenda, I would move to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Nancy. Motion and second to adjourn. Final discussion. Hearing none, I will call the roll. Ms. Ergott?
Yes.
Mr. Ungert?
Yes.
Ms. Justman?
Yes.
Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Mr. Repholz?
Yes. Happy Friday.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
And Mr. Swiger votes yes. Thank you, everyone. We stand adjourned. Have a good day.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. I said 30 seconds. I'm sorry.